Hello, Falcons. Your RE task for today is to read the Cosmology and Evolution sheet and then draw a diagram to explain one of them. So I'm just going to read through it as well with you today. There is some tricky language in here. So if you need to pause the video and think about what has been said, then please do. Okay, so I'll start with cosmology. According to the Standard Model, the universe began almost 14 billion years ago. The theory works back in time from our current observations and understanding of the universe. It all started with the Big Bang. This describes the origin of matter, energy, space, and time, the early moments of the universe and its subsequent development. Why there is something rather than nothing is a mystery that our physics cannot answer. One theory is that our universe emerged from a singularity, an infinity hot and infinity dense point, which is impossible to picture. From this, the universe expanded faster than the speed of light. For the first 10 to the power of minus 34 second, there was only energy. As it expanded and cooled, elementary particles such as quarks and electrons condensed. After 1/1,000,000th of a second, protons and neutrons formed out of quarks. 3 minutes later, simple atomic nuclei developed. It was 300,000 years before these could capture electrons and form the first atoms. At this time, light filled the whole of space. As space expanded, gravity began to pull matter together. When these masses became big enough, galaxies of stars formed. Fusion reactions began, igniting stars and forming heavier elements. When stars exploded, the elements scattered. Eventually, they condensed in solar systems, forming new stars and planets. We're all quite literally made of stardust. The Big Bang Theory makes more sense of our observations and understanding of physical laws than any other. No one claims it is a complete or final story. New discoveries are prompting new ideas such as dark matter, dark energy, and superstring theories. There is more to learn. Okay, now evolution. These 14 billion years seem to be necessary to prepare the way for the evolution of life. We have a clear general outline of the history of life on Earth, but there is much work to do still concerning these details. The origin of life is still not well understood. It needed some very special conditions. Scientists sometimes speak of the Goldilocks effect, which is where conditions had to be just right for life to be possible. The Earth seems very special indeed. About 3.5 billion years ago, the first self-replicating cells emerged. Somehow they were able to make copies of themselves and survive. These were very simple single cells. Don't be misled by the word simple. They had to be complex enough to function and reproduce. Somehow changes took place over time in these first living things. More complex creatures resulted. Much of the detail is unknown, but the mechanisms are beginning to be understood. Key to the evolution of all living things are changes to their genetic code and the natural selection of those creatures best suited to their environment. 3,000 million years ago saw the first cyanobacteria, blue or green algae. 2,000 million years ago came eukaryotes, cells with nuclei. 1,200 million years ago, the first multicellular organisms appeared. 600 million years ago saw the start of the Cambrian explosion, a sharp increase in complex animals. From 230 to 65 million years ago, dinosaurs were dominant. And modern humans appeared about 200,000 years ago. So that's the reading for today. I now want you to put that either onto a timeline or a flow chart or a mind map. So you need to start at the beginning and work through each of those things. Okay, so each of the things that happened, like in a chronological order, please. Okay, try and keep it simple because, like I said, that is quite complicated. Try and break it down. Okay.